Hello everyone. Our today's topic is logistic regression with Python code, graphs, and math. This is the second tutorial for in classification series. And in classification, we already discussed what is the classification, why do we need classification terminologies, type of classification algorithm, and algorithm selection in previous video. You can visit those logistic regression. And why it is called regression? Because we predict probability, not the exact value. Okay, that's why it's called regression. And why it is a classification? Because on the basis of the probability, we decide which class new instance belongs to. If if the probability is greater than 50%, it belongs to positive class. If it is less than 50%, it belongs to negative class. We have seen the formula probability. This is probability y, and you can see probability is between 0 to 1. Okay, and how we calculate the probability is p hat is equal to hypothesis theta on x. So this is sigma x transpose theta. Sigma is sigmoid function. We already saw it, right? What is x transpose theta? We can see in math. So this is our normal linear equation y is equal to mx plus c. But if we have multiple variable, we can write is as y is equal to theta 0. Theta 0 is our intercept or bias, or in we can see as a c. And theta 1 x1, theta 2 x2, theta n xn. What is n? N is n number of features, n number of column, you can say. And what is theta 1 to theta n? These are the weight, or we can see as a m. Okay, and what is this total value is x transpose theta. Okay, so this is the value. We can write it in the same way. And what is sigma t? Sigma t is 1 upon 1 plus e exponential power minus t. Okay, and this is how we calculate the probability. Probability, you can say, is a sigmoid function of linear equation. Okay, and it check when probability is greater than 0.5 or 50%, then it predict it as a 1, else it predict it as a 0. So we will see in a math. Okay, we already understood, right? X transpose theta. What is transpose? A transpose T is swiping the rows to column or column to rows. We can see 1 2 has been changed to column. Okay, now this is our P, probability, sigmoid function of our equation. Okay, and in the sigmoid function t, you can see 1 upon 1 plus e k raised to power minus t. If our t value is negative and this increases, then this total value can reach to 0. It will not be absolute 0, but it can reach to 0. Means when t increases in negative side, the value reaches to 0. So we can see in the graph, this is t. What is t? This equation. Okay, when this equation goes towards minus infinity, it becomes 0, and vice versa. When it goes to plus infinity, it will reach near to 1. Hope this is clear. You can see probability is greater than 0 or equal to, and equation is greater than 0. What is our equation? This is equation. And what is the probability? Probability is sigmoid function of this equation. Hope this math is clear. So let's move it. So logistic regression. So what are the steps we perform in logistic regression? First, understand the data, derive the feature X, derive the target Y, import the logistic class, create object of the class, fit data or train the data, predict. This is the final predict class and other important feature of algorithm using new instances. Calculate the score of your algorithm. So for understanding data, we will be using iris data, and we will select petal length as a x and y as our class as a target. And this is a way to import the class, and this is a way to save it in the object. and this is a way to train your data using fit. And y probability will calculate the probability using predict prob, and we can predict the class of a new instance x new using predict function, and then we will calculate the score. Here you can see random state 42. You can give any number. So what it does, next time you will run the code, it will give the same value. Like in this tutorial, we will calculate our m and c, these value m and c, weight and intercept. If it will not set any value here, random state, then it will keep on changing. First, we'll understand what is iris data. This is iris data. There are 150 rows and 4 column. You can see, right? Sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width, class. And there are three classes: Iris versicolor, Iris setosa, Iris virginica. And this is petal. So this will be petal length and petal width, sepal length and sepal width. So we are taking petal width as our x and class as our y. So what will be the equation? Y is equal to mx plus c. Okay. We can write in the same way as well. So let's start the coding part now. I imported the data set. As this data set is built in sklearn, I have imported NumPy as well, and matplotlib for plotting the graphs. Let's run the code. I'm loading the iris data. Let's verify what is iris data. You can see we have 4 column. This is data, and these are the target. Okay, and target name we have Setosa, versicolor, virginica. Okay, now we can check what are the feature name, or we column, or you can say x, sepal length, sepal width, petal length, petal width. We already discussed it, right? Now we'll take petal width as x. So iris data, and I have taken the third column. Third column means third is the index. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Now we can print it. We have got the value. And now we are doing the binary classification, means output will be either one flower, Iris virginica, or it is not Iris virginica. So let's check the target names. We have three. We are taking virginica. So 0, 1, 2. These are the value. So we'll create 0 or 1 output. So for 2 it will just print 1, and for rest it will be 0. We can verify that as well. And we are making it as an int type. You can see the output 0 or 1, a perfectly binary classification. And now we are calling logistic regression. From sklearn linear model, we have called the logistic regression class. We are created the object for this class and setting the value for random state. And this is a way to fit the data or train the data. X and Y we already have taken. You can say we have got the values. This is successful. And let's estimate the probability. And before that, we will create our new instance. So we can see x min. X min is 0.1 and x max is 2.5. We have calculated the minimum value of petal width and maximum value of petal width. So we can see it varies from 0.1 to 2.5. Now we'll use line space function of numpy, which will create 100 instances from 0 to 3. Let's see. It will create 100 equal space value from 0 to 3. So we have got 100 values. So we will predict for each values. Okay, and we can see the space shape and dimension of it. You can see uh, shape is 100. So we have 100 values as already taken, right? 100. And what is the dimension? 1. So we will reshape the dimension, because while predicting it, we have to provide 2D array. It expect 2D array, not 1D array. Let's run it. So we can see dimension is two dimension now. Converted in 2D array, we can verify that. Yeah, you can see. Okay. NumPy line space start stop num is equal to 50. So it will divide equal 50 steps. So let's check another example to understand line space function from 0 to 8. You can see 0 to 4, 6, 8, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Equal distance in each, right? Is it clear? Hope it's clear. Okay. Now we'll calculate probability. So we have called predict function of this class. Let's check the shape of this. Obviously 102. The second value is probability of positive class. First value is probability of negative class. Let's do the prediction. So using predict, we can predict the value using x new. So we can see after a certain value of x, it predict 1 means positive class. Before that, it predicts 0. So we will plot in a graph. So this is a graph, PLT plot x new. We are using x new data, y probability which we have calculated on x new. And we are taking its 1, 0 and 1. 1 is a positive class. So I'll label it as Aris virginica. Let's plot the graph. So we can see when x increases, it the graph probability is increasing, right? Okay, let's in this we have added 0 as well, which is not Aris virginica. So you can see when x new value is near 0, it is confident that this is not Iris virginica. But after a certain point, or we can say threshold value, it is confident that x new value is belongs to Iris virginica class. So it is near. For probability, if you'll see, it will be near 0.5, okay, or 50%. As per the graph, it is clear, right? So let's use math and understand how it works. So before that, we will calculate coefficient and intercept. Let's run the one. We have got the coefficient and intercept. Now we'll put it in y is equal to mx plus c. Okay, we have calculated the coefficient and intercept. Now we will take x is equal to 1.6. As you can see, the threshold value is near 1.6, right? When x is equal to 1.6, probability A is nearby 0.5. So we will calculate it using this 1.6 and then 1.7. Okay, let's run. Y minus is negative. When y is negative, when this value, our equation is negative, it means it will classify it as a negative class. So let's verify it. Okay. You can see negative probability is greater than 50%. Negative probability. So it belongs to array 0. Now try to change it to 1.7. 1.7, I'm taking a higher value. You can take 1.8 as well, but I'll take the near one. Now value is positive. You can see probability of positive is greater than 50%. Now verify the class. So you can see it belongs to 1. So it is a versicolor. So hope you have understood the concept of logistic regression fully with the math and graph as well as the coding part. Let's meet again for the next tutorial, and you can like, subscribe and share the videos if you like it. Let's meet it again. Bye bye.